Can you just briefly start about telling yourself what the position that you're holding?
Yeah, I'm Dr. Keshav Nandurkar. I'm currently principal of KKWIEER Institute of Engineering Education and Research, Nasik. I'm holding this post for last 16 years, but I am associated with this college for last over 30 years. I started as a lecturer, then I became a professor, head of the Department of Production Engineering. And in 2004, I was appointed as principal. Since then, I am holding this particular charge. Besides that, I am also a member of board of director of KKWIEER Education Society, which is actually running this engineering college. Now, this society is 50 years old. It was started in 1970 with a school. And in 1984, we started this engineering college. And currently, we are into, say, 35, 36 years we have completed. This was the first college in Nasik area. And it is affiliated to Savitribai Phule Pune University.
Okay, that's great, sir. I am sure I personally used to study in MIT Pune, and I have heard a lot of things about KKWIEER. So it's really good to have interaction with you. So I'll start with the question that how is the rate of your admission, and has it increased since last year because of the COVID, or has it decreased? What is the case?
No, fortunately, it has increased because last year it was around 80%. Now it is 85% total. And we are really happy that we got good response even during the pandemic. It was entire online process, as you know. And we got response from all over Maharashtra. And not only that, we also got response through the AICT seats, that is the supernumerary seats which are given by AICT, especially for the Jammu Kashmir student as well as the student from Northeast. So we got response from them also for first year as well as direct second year admission. So actually the admission rate was really good.
Okay, great. So because of this, have you introduced any kind of new programs to your college in recent years? And if yes, then can you just give us the brief highlight of that?
Yeah. Actually, we started initially, as I said, in 1984 with only 3 branches. But later on, we went on adding new branches to this. And of course, they were all traditional branches. But last year, when AICT allowed for our branches in emerging area, we added 2 new courses. One was automation and robotics, and second was artificial intelligence and data sciences. So these 2 courses we added last year. And this year also, we have applied to AICT for another new course, that is computer science and design. So we want this course to be started from this academic year, that is 2021. And we hope that we will be getting the permission from AICT because already we have 8 branches accredited by National Board of Accreditation. So the preliminary condition for that is already fulfilled. And we are running now 8 branches with the intake of 900. And we hope that our intake will move to 960 with the addition of 1 more branch. The idea here is that we should be moving along with the technology. And whatever new technologies are coming, that we must adopt, that we must make available for the students. Because we assume that in the coming period, the jobs will not be in the traditional sector, but in the upcoming sector, where new skills will be required, new knowledge will be required. And we have to prepare our next generation for those jobs. So that, with that view, we have started last year 2 courses and 1 more we are adding in this year.
Definitely, I agree. So we can see that landscape is changing in terms of, skill-oriented education rather than, course-oriented education. So other than this, do you have any extracurricular activities for students to enhance their skill? As you mentioned, the real-world challenges are different than the college education.
We have very good placement, fortunately. I'll come to that also. But for that, we have a very structured program, I should say. And that starts from the first year and goes up to the final year of the students. And every year, we give them some skill-oriented programs. Right in the first year also, we start telling them about the placement opportunities, how to get prepared for the placement. Then in the second year, again, we conduct some SWOT analysis as well as the personality development programs for them. In the third year, again, we give them some training as to how to appear for the aptitude test and other these things. And final year, of course, we train them with the company-specific training. That is, suppose we are planning the interview of TCS, then according to that, the training will be done for the students, and that we carry out for almost all companies. There are 100 plus companies which are visiting our campus, and we train the students. Apart from that, we also have a lot of activities going on, that is curricular and extracurricular activities. There are so many clubs also which are available in the college. And through that, the students, they organize a lot of activities. So by that, what they get is they develop a lot of skills, like say team working, leadership, then communication, report writing, then organizing, then cash flow management, all these type of things they are doing. And we entirely give it to them so that those particular skills can be developed by them. Now, as far as placement is concerned, we have some other activities like CEO Connect that we are doing with our Confederation of Indian Industries, that is CII. Through that, we invite a lot of CEOs to come to our campus and talk to our students. There are also interactions with HR managers. So they also come and talk to our students so that the students get the idea as to what the company is looking for when they are selecting some graduates, what are their parameters. So the HR managers themselves, they discuss with students and they tell them how to prepare for the interviews. So that increases our success rate. The another important part, where they get the exposure to industry is, of course, the industry sponsored projects. So in the final year, I'm really glad to tell you that 70 to 80% of our projects, they are sponsored by industry. And it is nearly a 1 year long program. So every week they go to the industry and then they get exposure to the industry. So through that, they come to know many things, how the industry works, what is the organization structure, how the things are done, what are the processes followed, what are the new things, technologies coming in the industry. So all ideas they get. And through that, they develop their career, they develop their personality. We also have one program sponsored by AICTE, and this is especially for the SC/ST students for development of their personality. And through that also, we are organizing a lot of programs. Recently, we organized one language program because many times we find that students coming from rural area, they get stuck up while speaking in English. So for them, we organize special communication skills program. And of course, for others also, we do that. And that helps them in preparing well for the interviews. They appear in a very confident way, and then jobs are offered. So I'm really glad that a lot of campus placement is happening in our college.
Great. It's good that you mentioned placement. So on that part, can you share some kind of placement statistics, any particular department which, gets higher placement or something like that? Yeah.
Now, placement is really good at KKWIEER. I think that is one of the points why many of the students, they select KKWIEER for their engineering graduation. Last year, if you see, the placement was around 60% through campus. Around 5% generally they go for the higher education, and remaining they get the jobs through off campus. So I have not seen any of our students who is jobless or who is searching for a job. Everyone is almost placed. And especially the alumni, if I want to share with you, they are placed in a very good companies. And now almost last 25-30 years, students have been passing from this college. And they are working not only in India, but in abroad also. In almost every country, we have our alumni, and they are doing very well. So that is the placement scenario for the last year. Now, current year in the 2021, as you know, everything was happening in the online mode and people were working from home. In that situation also, we tried to organize interviews through online mode. And most of our companies, which regularly visit our campus, they have conducted their online interviews. And so far, around 35% of the students, they got the placement. Some of the companies are going to come in the coming period. Some results are awaited. So I'm sure that we will be crossing the last year mark this year also, and the students will be getting opportunities. Apart from that, I would like to share with you that many of our students, they get internship. So even last year, around 200 students got internship. This year also, so far, 250 students have done the internship. And the best part of that is most of the internships, they are converted into jobs. So I would say that around 200 odd people will be getting jobs through the internships because they do very good job in the internship period. And generally, the company offers them the job to continue with that. So I think even though the situation is not good due to COVID, but our placement scenario is much encouraging. And that is, I think, really a boon for the students.
Really good to hear that. So can you share last year's any average salary package or the highest packages that has been offered?
Last year, around average package was 4.3 lakhs and the maximum package was 11 lakhs. And that was for a computer student that was given by a TIN IQ company, that was 11 lakhs. And more or less, every company, it is giving around 4.5 or 3.5 lakhs like that. Maximum placement is, of course, for the computer department. And I think we could place around 90% students. Even this year also, around 90% students are placed from computer and IT department. And surprisingly, the average package for civil department was very high. That was around 5.45 lakhs. That is in the current year also. The civil department has a very good package. And it was for electronics, it was around 3.38 lakhs. That was for electronic students. For other departments, it was around 4 lakhs. So I would say that around 4.3 lakhs was the average package, and maximum our student got was the 11 lakhs package.
Great. So let's move on to next question. So basically, as a principal of KKWIEER and also as a trustee, how do you define your philosophy of leadership? How would you describe your leadership style basically? Handling this many...
I will not say that it's any theoretical leadership style. What we talk of in our management is this type of leader, that type of leader. I have been a simple person throughout my life. And my philosophy basically is to lead from front. So that is what I've been doing for last so many years. And whatever we want to do, I think I should do it first and then demonstrate it to the staff members and students that yes, we are doing. And whatever virtues we want to develop among the students, we have to practice them. That is my first philosophy or maybe thinking. And with that, I'm working. Second task, what I have done as a leader is there are so many activities to be done. And there are around 400 staff members teaching, non-teaching, and more than 4,000 students in this institute. So it is not easy to carry out the activities in a smooth manner. So for that, we require help of everyone. So my idea is to make it as a very democratic or participative type of activity, decision making, where everyone is involved. Every week we talk to our head of departments. We have a meeting on all our issues, whether it is academic, non-academic, extracurricular, placement related, all those activities we discuss among ourselves, decide on that, and then plan the activities. As far as the execution is concerned, my way of working is that we try to select the appropriate person for doing that job. Suppose I want somebody to enhance our placement, then the person who is an extrovert, who is having good contacts with industries, we try to select that person and assign that particular job. Similarly, we have done it for R&D or any other patent activity or any other activity where we find the person is having his own liking, he is having that aptitude, that particular person is selected. And once he is selected, we give him the full authority. That is okay, this is your responsibility. Now you are given the authority also, because I believe that authority and responsibility should go hand in hand. And that is what we follow every time. And we give the person, okay, this is the responsibility, but you are also authorized to do so many things. And whatever help is required, I will be there. That is the first thing which we try to support them and then get the things done. So we have done so many things. And many times our staff have achieved some challenging assignments also because of this particular philosophy. And once they achieve something, I think and I believe that it is a role of a leader to appreciate the things. So what we have been doing is we try to appreciate the staff members for their achievements. Even if it is a small achievement, we try to felicitate them, we try to encourage them, motivate them. And with that, other people also get motivated that yes, our contribution is recognized. Somebody is giving a pat on our shoulder and then they are saying that yes, well done. I think people are really interested in doing that. So we try to encourage them to take up more challenges. Definitely they take up and they work it. And the last point here I would like to say is I find that people trust me. And for that, we have to build a confidence among the people that yes, this person is trustworthy. Whether you say something, whether you tell some problem, there will be some solution will be provided. If solution is not there, at least some way will be worked out as to how to get out of that particular problem. So that type of environment we have created. And with that, a lot of trust is developed among the staff members. And through that, and through the proper communication at all levels, I think we are working in a very smooth manner. And that is what is the simple philosophy on which our KKWIEER families work.
Great. So I can see that you're trying to create an environment which is supportive, positive, right, and actually trustworthy for each and every person to work.
Right.
So what do you think are the biggest challenges in general for higher education in India right now? And is there any specific challenge for KKWIEER that you see that has been achieved recently?
Yeah, there are quite a lot of challenges, and now we also talk of the new education policy which is coming up. And definitely there are challenges. The biggest challenge I think for higher education now is to get a good quality teachers. And as you asked, it is also a problem for KKWIEER. Even though we have a very good faculty ratio and very good people over here, many of them are working for last 25, 30 years with us, and they are also good qualified people. But we want to build up a new generation, because anyway, this older generation will be there for next 5 to 10 years. But after that, we have to build up a new generation. And for that, we find that it is getting difficult to get a good quality people. And I think this is a universal problem in India. That is, people don't, I think, prefer to get into teaching jobs. So getting teachers is a very big challenge. Second thing, what I feel is there will be a huge competition, because now there are so many private universities coming up, and they are also offering courses. Now we are in an affiliated system. So sometimes it becomes difficult to compete with the private universities. And I don't know, maybe because of our new educational policy, the foreign universities will also be entering into the country. Already they are having tie-ups with some of the universities in our country. So when they come up, I think that will be a biggest challenge for our higher education institute, because we will have to improve our quality. Otherwise, the students will be attracted towards the foreign university degree. And that will be a challenge to update our curriculum, update our teachers, update our infrastructure, and then offer the courses which are at par with the foreign university degrees. So that will be one of the challenges. And currently at KKWIEER, if you ask me, our academics is really good. Our teaching learning is very good. We use all the latest techniques for teaching learning. We train our teachers on different pedagogy. And even in online teaching learning, now our staff members have done really remarkable job. So that is not an issue. Now issue is the research which we expect from the staff members, the research and the paper publications into good journals. That is something challenging, because we have around 200 staff members. But if you see the number of research publications which are published in good journals, that is less. So I think we will have to improve our research infrastructure, so that staff members can carry out the experimentation, carry out the research, and then they can publish good quality papers or write good quality books. That is what we expect from the staff members, but that is currently happening, but not up to the extent which we want. So that will be a challenge for us, how to generate more funds, how to get more funds from the funding agencies, how to prepare research proposals, and how to write good quality papers. That will be the things which we will be looking forward now.
Okay, so moving on, how does the curriculum of KKWIEER ensure the best practice of the industry? Is there any particular thing that you try to involve in the curriculum so that student can get a better benefit out of it?
Yeah, definitely. As I said earlier, we are into affiliated systems, so we have to follow the curriculum which is set up by Savitribai Phule Pune University. But let me tell you that from our college, there are around 3 to 4 chairmen of board of studies. So I am also one of the chairman of board of study, and there are another 3 to 4 people who are chairman as well as member of various board of study. Now, this board of study is a body of university which decides the syllabus. So we are actively participating in developing the syllabus or curriculum for all the courses in engineering, because we have almost all branches of engineering, and 3 or 4 chairmen are there. So chairman has a quite good influence on changing the syllabus. Now the university structure is fixed. That is, after 4 or 5 years, the syllabus is changing. Then it is implemented for first year, then second year, third year, and fourth year. Like that it goes on. So it takes around 4 to 5 years to change the syllabus. But what we have done at KKWIEER is we are implementing the syllabus. No doubt that is also good. We have participated, and we have tried to make it more focused towards industries. That is what, wherever was possible, we tried to do that. So that we have done. But we have also identified some gaps, that university has some limitations, that there are so many colleges affiliated to university, and the syllabus has to be taught at every college. So the university has to take a broader view. And according to that, the syllabus is set. But for our college, we are trying to bridge that gap. And especially, as I said earlier, we conducted some programs with industries in our campus, and we invited all the CEOs of companies in Nasik. And 2 to 3 times we had this type of convention just to understand what industries require, and accordingly how the gap can be bridged. So we at our level, we are trying to offer so many additional courses to the students. We are also offering them some projects. We call them as mini projects, which is not a part of university syllabus. But through that, we are trying to increase their experiential learning. That is what we want to achieve. And the another part which we have done is we are moving towards active learning type of part. That is, it is not only a rote learning that somebody is giving the lecture and people are listening to that. So we have changed that way of pedagogy, the way of assessment. We are using some tools like Learnico software, and it is a very useful software where we get the feedback of the students in between the class. So through that, we try to improve our delivery and the content, whatever is there, we try to improve that. So that is one part. Second part is we are asking the students to take up new courses. Like there are some MOOCs courses, what we call is open online courses. So we ask them to take up those courses in the new emerging areas. So apart from regular syllabus, we try to do that. Then even we ask our teachers to do those courses. So they are familiar. The most popular thing is the NPTEL that many people must be aware, that is developed by all IITs. So we ask all our teachers to undergo that particular courses, take the examination also, so that they will understand what is taught at IIT. So once we get that idea, then that is reflected in the classroom teaching. So that way we are trying to enrich our curriculum, even though it is an affiliated system. Now let me tell you that soon we are going to go for autonomy of our college. We have already applied to UGC. The team was expected, but because of COVID, the visit has been postponed. But I hope that maybe in a month or so, it will be coming and we will be getting autonomy. Now we have developed entire new syllabus for our autonomous college. So once we will be autonomous, we will be implementing our own curriculum. And that curriculum is very much tuned with the industries, because for every department, we have formed a board of studies. And in that, invariably, there is one industry person and one alumni who is also working with industry. They have been included right from the beginning of the syllabus. So when we drafted that syllabus for our autonomy, it is totally with the consultation with the industry experts. And I think that will be more tuned to the industry. So with these all efforts, we are trying to make it more towards the industry focus. And definitely our students will be benefited by all these our efforts, and they will be getting good opportunities in their career.
Okay, great to hear that you are moving to autonomous college, so that the syllabus will be crafted as per the industry standards. What would you like to know people know about the university that you wanted to create, or the college that you have right now? So students who are supposed to join next year, what few lines what they should understand about KKWIEER?
Okay. Those who are really interested, and I know that there are many students from all over the state, they will be interested in joining KKWIEER. Many people have been listening about KKWIEER, knowing the legacy of KKWIEER, I would say. But the college, I would like to share with the students that if you really want to learn something, this is the best place for you. Because the teaching learning environment is the best in the state, I would say, because I have seen so many colleges. I have studied in VZTI, I did my PhD from IIT Bombay. So I have seen the institutes of higher learning also, and many other institutes in this particular area. Being the member of various committees appointed by university, I have visited so many colleges. And with that comparison in mind, I would like to share with the students that you may get the information from different sources, no doubt about that, and you should collect the information. But the best part of KKWIEER is the best teaching learning process. The high quality of faculty, the faculty which is dedicated to the teaching learning process, they're there for quite a long time. They're highly qualified, and that makes a great difference. You may not find such experienced faculty in most of the other colleges. So with these faculty members, we have a mentoring type of attitude. So whenever the students are coming to our institute, we treat them as our children. And then we guide them in all aspects. It is not only academics. So most of our teachers, they may have their own children at the age of attending engineering college or something. So they are like a parent to the students, and they take care of all their needs, not only academic, but all non-academic things. And they try to help them in career counseling also, that what career they should take up. Then if somebody wants to go for higher education, all help is extended to the student. We have a GRE TOEFL center in our college. We give all the transcripts and all the recommendations and whatever information is required for going for higher studies, that is also provided. And let me tell you that most of our students have succeeded in getting very good admissions in different colleges in USA, in Europe, Australia, everywhere, and they are doing extremely well. So that type of help, not only for academic but for non-academic activities also. Other than that, I would like to tell the students that we have so many activities and clubs in our college. So almost every department is having one professional activity, one club, and every week there is some activity. Then at institute level also, there are some activities like IST, that is Indian Society for Technical Education, then Institute of Engineers, that is IEI, and then Computer Society of India. All of them, they are carrying out a lot of activities. We also have our annual social gathering, we call it as MAPIC. And along with that, we also have one project competition, that is at national level we conducted working model competition. We call it as Karmavir Expo. So they get lot of exposure while taking part in all these activities. Even they join as a volunteer, they learn so many things. And if they participate, there is no end to the learning. So they get lot of opportunities to develop themselves in this particular college. We also have good sports facilities. And I would really like to share with you that these type of facilities may not be available in even the most of the prestigious colleges. Like we have steam bath, sauna bath facility, yoga room, then so many other sports, indoor, outdoor sports. All these facilities, including tennis, basketball, cricket and football, of course, it is very popular. And all these facilities, even we are extending that to the university to conduct the competitions here. So that type of facilities may not be available at other college. That is something the student should take into account while selecting the college. And even they want to join some engineering course, along with that they want to develop some good attributes, definitely they will get opportunities to do that at KKWIEER. So I think these are some of the things which are very useful for the students who are aspiring to join KKWIEER.
Okay, great to know that, sir. That this is really a nice learning and environment that you're creating at KKWIEER. So, as you know, the competition is so high in the market. As even though the startup market and jobs are growing, the competition is getting stiffer and stiffer. So, how do you specifically guide students to survive in such kind of competitive scenario? Is there any particular guidance that has been given by the TPO of the college, or are you involved in some power in that?
Yeah, what you say is correct. I agree with you that competition is really high and it is going to increase in the coming period. And it will be very difficult for the students to survive in such a competition. And for that, of course, the first thing they should do is to get into a good college, because that good college is not only known for academics, but it gives you the environment where you can develop your own personality. And in the coming period, not only the technical knowledge will be useful, but especially the soft skills, what we call it, are like communication skills, reporting skills, critical thinking, team working. All these skills will be important. And we provide a lot of opportunities here to develop those skills, because it is very difficult to have, like say, one particular program and develop one skill, because it is very difficult to assess whether you are actually acquired that skill or not. But we are trying to develop through so many activities that ultimately in the 4 years period, you are not only a good engineer, but also a good personality who will be able to serve the company or wherever you are going for the job, you will be able to serve that. Now, the best part of this is everywhere, every company may be looking for a problem solving. So we have to develop the problem solving skills of the students. So what we have done is we focus more on tutorials. So where we try to give different problems to different students group, and then they try to solve those problems independently. If they are not able to solve, then the teachers are there to solve those problems or give them a guideline as to how to solve them. So definitely this gives them some challenging assignments. And I think that is what is required for the current generation, that they should get some challenging assignments that should make them to think and develop their critical thinking abilities. If that is done, I think there should not be any problem to face the competition. That is what is our main focus. Now, even in this COVID situation, what we are trying to do is try to give them problems through virtual laboratories. We are trying to give them problems through simulation and modeling. So some model and problem is given. Through that, they try to experiment with different parameters. So with that, they are developing or honing their skills to take up the new challenges in life. And I think that is what is required if you want to survive in this competitive world. Otherwise, it is very difficult. And if you go for a common minimum, now whenever people come to a job, almost everyone is engineer, everyone is having first class. So minimum criteria is already fulfilled. Then what is something extra you can do? If you have this particular knowledge, if you have that training, if you have developed those skills, then definitely you can outsmart the other people in the competition and achieve whatever you want. It may be a job, it may be a startup, or you want to start your own business, or if you want to achieve something in higher education. Anything, any option in your career, you will have to do it confidently. And for developing that confidence, the campus environment helps. That is what I would like to share with the students.
Okay, great, sir. I'll just ask last question. So, because of the COVID situation in last couple of years, 2 years since 2020, how the education industry landscape has been changing and how it will affect in the recent future? Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah. It is really, it was very unexpected. That is in last March or February, March when it started, and March everything was closed. Lockdown was declared. And it was really very surprising for everyone. In education industry, I suppose, is the most affected industry in this particular sector. And then we had to switch over to online type of teaching learning. So first, the thing was that our teachers needed training. So first, what we did is we trained the teachers to how to develop the online program, how to conduct the online program, and how to use that software platforms which are available. Then we made some software platforms available for them. And our teachers, they switched over from offline teaching to online teaching. Now they started giving lectures also, but along with that, we asked them to prepare some videos so that they can be put up on the YouTube channel or some other channels. Like we have our ERP system in which we can upload the e-content as well as the videos, and they can be made available to the students. So the idea was that it can be made available for them, because many times we found that they are not able to join during the regular lecture. So they can take up the videos and learn from them. Then the biggest challenge was the practicals, because engineering is totally based on the practical knowledge, and it is expected that they should have some hands-on experience while learning. But that was a major problem, that nobody was able to come to college, and even the teachers were not there, students were not there. So how are they going to use the equipment? So that was the issue. And for that, we developed our own videos related to practicals. So our own staff members, they recorded everything, that how the experiment is conducted, what is the equipment, how it is started, how it is closed, how it is working. So all those things we tried to show through video, and then tried to give them a glimpse of what is happening actually in practice. So that was the attempt which we tried to do to overcome this challenge. Anyway, I'm not saying that we are successful, 100% successful in that, but definitely this has helped in understanding for the students. Then secondly, what we did is we developed a lot of practice questions. We call it as MCQs, and then we tried to give them for practice. And that gave them quite a good confidence that how to face, because the exam conducted by university was also in the form of multiple choice questions, and they had a lot of practice to do that. So that was one thing. And one major thing which we did is we kept a continuous communication with the students. Now we have a mentor type scheme here, where 15 to 20 students are assigned to one particular mentor. So these mentors, they were continuously in touch with the students who are assigned to them. So they were calling them, they were talking to them on Zoom platform or online meetings. They were asking them about their well-being, whether it is academic, non-academic, if there is any family problem or something. So we kept our communication open. Continuously, we kept on communicating with the students as well as teachers and everyone. Then we also conducted some counseling sessions for the students. So it was from the expert counselor as well as from some of our teachers, so that they should not lose their hope. Because many times we found that students are getting a little bit depressed, and they were saying that what is going to happen? We don't know how the exam will be conducted, when it will be conducted, when the results will be declared. So in order to keep their spirits high and keep their moral high, we conducted a lot of counseling sessions for the students, and it was addressed by even I spoke to them, and my all deans and senior staff members, they spoke to them. We also had sessions for parents, and even they were conducted in regional language like Marathi, so that the parents will understand and their anxiety will be reduced, that yes, what is going to happen to the student, what is going to happen to his career, whether he will be getting jobs or not. So we assure them that we are working on all the fronts. We are trying to get the online interviews conducted and people are getting jobs. So don't worry about the career. And we will see that there is no academic loss for the student. So that we try to do by different means. We try to do that and try to give them whatever is possible, maximum possible material. We try to give them so that there is no academic loss for the students. But I would like to say here that it was really a very challenging year and a half. And still the situation is like that. I don't know when it will be improved. But we are really looking forward to have the physical interaction, because that is the best way of interacting and teaching, learning. That is what I believe.
True. I think we have seen a lot of changes in terms of educational delivery, as well as communication that has to be there between a teacher and a student. That is changing. So really nice talking to you, sir. I think it is really a pleasure for me to interact with you on this platform. And we look forward to interact with you again. And thank you for your time, sir. Thank you.